we're doing this item from the Kate Rebecca Leach book, the Abstract Watercolor book, and we are going to be using today some lovely bluey green colours, and we've got turquoise green deep, we've got indigo, we've also got forest green, we've got some Prussian blue and also a turquoise blue. So we've got our cold press watercolour paper all taped down nicely. So we need a flat brush, a largest flat brush, and we are going to do some bands of colour over the page. So we're alternating the sizes of the bands of colour. We're using the wet on dry technique, so putting the paint directly onto the surface, and then we're adding further bands of colour using the wet on wet technique. Also dropping colour into the bands so that it disperses and granulates across the page. So I'm just adding some more lines, adding some water there and some green there, and then going back in and deepening the colours that we have got there. Dropping in a bit of water, washing out some of those colours, and then adding some further colours in and drops of paint, and you can see them disperse there. So we're going to wait for that to dry, and once that's all lovely and dry, we are going to use some gold ink. Now I'm using gold ink from the Winsor & Newton range. Lovely ink this is. It adds a bit of sparkle, and when you actually put it on the page it tends to fizzle. It's lovely to watch. It sort of fizzles away until it dries. So I'm putting it onto the page using a small brush. I'm pressing that onto the page to create these lovely marks, and then I'm going to do some different size globes. So some large ones, some medium and some smaller ones, and we are going to add some more detail onto this gold ink. So this is the base. We are going to use some black fine liner a little bit later on, and a little bit of acrylic paint pen, and all of these globes will all look completely different from one another. Then I'm just coming down to the bottom and just pushing the end of the brush very, very gently onto the page there, making these very smallish marks. So it's amazing what the marks you can make with just the one brush. So gently putting that on, very, very small marks there. And then I'm going to be adding some lines across the page. So just grabbing some more of that ink and dragging that across the page there. I need a little bit more, and I like to get a good gold look onto the page. And then I've got my Uniball, my white Uniball broad pen, and I'm just adding some lines across one of the bands. So it sort of looks as though it's sewn, you know, that those two pieces have been sewn together by this white cotton. Looks a little bit like that. So I think that looks really quite nice. And just adding that across the page there. And I grab my black fine liner and adding some little dots. So I'm trying to copy Kate's picture. It's not exact, but that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm trying to get most of what she's done in her book onto my page. And then I've grabbed my white Uniball pen again, and again adding some little white dots. So all of these marks are very, very subtle. They're not very bold, but it does offer some enhancement to this page. And if you want to practice, this is a very good practice piece to practice your techniques before you actually do a picture that you think, right, okay, this is it, I'm going to make a lovely picture here. This can be your practice piece, or it might turn out and you might think, wow, that turned out really well, I really, really love it. So I tend to think of most of my pieces as practice pieces because some of them don't turn out very well, and then I don't get that disappointed. But some of them turn out really, really nice, and I feel so happy. So I feel as though if there's no expectation, then you're more free to enjoy just the time that you're having, making these marks, doing your painting, and having a little bit of fun. So I'm now back onto those globes and I'm putting some little dots here and there, and I'm also doing some little black centers, little white centers, and then little black around the white centers and white around the black centers, trying to alternate them just to make them a little bit different from one another. I mean, there are a few that are the same, but you know, making sure that they're not very close to each other, and it just gives a little bit of enhancement there. On the gold line underneath, I've put like black lines going across. So again, that looks like a little bit of stitching, like somebody's gone through with the thread over the top and gone along there. And now I'm just adding some little dots in a lighter piece there, just for a bit of enhancement. And here on this gold band, I am putting lines. So putting lines all the way down, and I'm going to do the same underneath, and varying those lines. So some of them are long, some of them are short. I sort of do this in a flicking motion. If you do it fast, you tend to be able to get them at all different sizes. If I try and do it precise, it all looks a bit strange to me. Anyway, you may have a different experience, but I like to just flick that out and do that. So then I'm just adding some little balls on top of those black marks that I've put there, some little round circles, and I think that looks rather nice. So exactly how Kate's done it in her book on that page, I think it's page 21. It's very, very similar. Like I said, it's not exact. It's so hard to get exactly the same blooms of paint, bands of colour, but you know, it's close enough. I'm happy with how it's turning out, and I've grabbed the white acrylic pen and I've just added some dots. So I'm just peeling away the tape now, hoping that I haven't had any seepage. I don't know whether you've seen some of my recent videos. I've had some near disasters, though I've managed to pull them back. You might want to have a look at those. The little fish one was really, really nice, I thought, how it turned out, but it was disastrous at the beginning. And I'm just going to bring this one up to the camera, and I think you can see that all that shiny loveliness and all those lovely marks. I think it's turned out okay. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Maybe if you like this, maybe you'll consider liking, maybe you'll subscribe, maybe you'll leave me a comment. I'll come straight back to you. I love to hear about your art journey. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.